Cătălin Bradfield from the Manic Street Preachers. This is my very first interview in Romania at Music Channel.
Hello, welcome to Romania. We are very excited to have you here in Flesh and Bones at Music Channel. This is our TV post. And what can I say? We already had you. We had some of your clips in our Rock Chart show. So we are declared fans. We like you very much. The first question would be, what do you know about the fans in Romania or our country in general, if you know anything about?
Well, I know quite a lot of about Romanian football. And I know quite a lot about the political background in Romania, but that's not something for me to speak about, so to speak. But this, to be honest, this is just exciting for us because it's our first time here. So it's hard for me to talk about any expectations or what we might find about the country because this is our first time. So it's just exciting for us. Also, I'm kind of nervous.
Either way, we hope that we will meet your expectations as the public and the fans, because
I'm sure it'll be easier for you to meet our expectations. We've got the harder kind of job. But we're excited. We are.
I understand. Okay, so you guys have 8 albums out already, and people say that Everything Must Go is the best stuff until now. But which one do you consider to be the most representative as the manic sound?
I think the only way you can actually realize what you think your best work is that you try to... I think you'd pick the records which you play most often. And for me, I always listen to the Holy Bible. I always listen to Everything Must Go. And I always listen to Send Away the Tigers, the new one. They're the 3 albums that I when I listen to them, I don't hear anything wrong with them. I feel as if they are some kind of perfection for us. So for me, I think, if I was going to pick 3 records to represent us, it would be Send Away the Tigers, Everything Must Go, and the Holy Bible.
So these are the albums that when you listen to them, you don't analyze the instruments or something like that?
Exactly, the music makes you switch off any analysis. It just makes you kind of feel something, which is good, and I think, to be honest, there's something about the Holy Bible as a record, which is probably our most unique record. It's probably the only record where we touched upon something that perhaps another band has not done, I think.
I understand. Well, about the songs, some of my friends have favorite songs like You're Tender and You're Tired, Faster, My Little Empire, or the recent Second Great Depression. For us, it's very hard to decide because we like them all. And you already said that you don't have a favorite, you have whole albums as favorites. But which one touched you the most when creating it? Which one of the songs?
It's really hard to choose a song which you think is the best or the song that represents you most. But
you can try to make a manic rock chart, the top 10.
There are two songs. There's a song called Faster of the Holy Bible, which I felt that when I was given that lyric by Richie, I felt as if I'd never read a lyric that was like that before. I felt it was very unique for a rock lyric. So when that actually became a song, I felt there was some kind of achievement there, because it was almost as if it shouldn't have been a rock song, but it became a rock song. And for me, I suppose the other song which makes me feel very proud is Design for Life, because that song sums up everything we were always trying to do, trying to infuse popular culture with some kind of political intent, but also it's very accessible, so I feel as if the song Design for Life is such an achievement for us because it represents working class culture in Britain, which I think is a hard thing to do.
You talked sooner about Richie. I know that everybody asks you about this, but we are very curious. Do you expect to see him again, or was it? I guess it was hard for you to go through that situation with the sudden disappearance of him. And
no, I mean, this is. The strange thing about the Richie situation is that we have been in the band longer without Richie than he was in the band. So it's very strange that our experience of the band is now much longer than when he was here. And this we have no expectations of the situation because people sometimes think that we know a secret, but there is no secret. Richie kind of decided to leave, and he decided to leave his whole life behind, whether it be his friends, us, and his family. which is something that very much kind of like left us in a terrible position for a long time. But now I think we've reconciled all those emotions to something where we just remember the good times and we don't expect anything.
So you accept his decision to take his own life in his own hands to go on a certain road?
Yes, I mean, I think that's the only way you can pray. At some point where you start to perhaps kind of get a bit of closure, as Americans say, the only way you can actually go around it is say, yeah, you must respect his decision. But this, see, there is nothing we expect or know about Richie. Yeah.
You already said that you don't have any expectations, but still, do you have a certain feeling or something like that about how this show will turn up tonight?
No, I have no expectations. I mean, seriously, because this year we are having very many new experiences. We played Poland for the first time, we've played Croatia for the first time, and every time you step on stage, you are stepping into the unknown. And there is a fear factor there. So if you have fear, you have no expectation. But I feel as if we're the kind of people that can turn fear into something positive,
Some of my musician friends always tell me that even I feel the same thing, because I'm also a musician. When you're on stage, if you don't have an emotion, if you don't have the fear, that means you can't put up a good show. You have to have that.
And I think that's the same in anything which is slightly competitive, whether you're an athlete or a boxer or a footballer or rugby player or musician. I think you must have that fear of failure. I think it's very, very important.